We're taking you live now to Canberra, where a snap parliamentary committee hearing is being held, looking at the federal hate speech and firearm legislation, which will be debated next week. The committee hearing from the Australian Criminal Intelligence Commission, as well as ASIO.
Home Affairs on notice what research they've done for other jurisdictions to see how that's gone. Dr. Brown, could I turn to you and ask you, in your capacity with the Australian Institute of Criminology, do you think that this legislation, as it stands, will be effective in reducing hate crime and extremism in Australia?
Senator, I can't comment to, I guess, give an opinion on whether it's going to be effective. I can talk to our research around online radicalisation issues. I can talk to work we've published today on availability of digital firearm products, which the legislation may have an impact on dealing with that as a particular issue.
Oh, please do. I'm keen to harvest your expertise.
Fantastic. Any opportunity to talk about our new research, Senator? So the piece published today is based on a survey of almost 10,000 adult Australians. It asks around a range of issues around issues around online radicalisation and conspiracy theories and a whole load of issues. One of the things it asked about, though, was about access to digital firearms products, so particularly like 3D printed firearm plans, if you like. The research showed that just under 1% of adult Australians had traded or bought digital firearms products in the past, or knew someone that had. So it's kind of a broad category. But even with that broad category, what's interesting is that there are a number of factors that point to a higher risk among individuals that are involved with purchasing or trading in digital firearms products, which are different to individuals that don't. And those relate to issues such as more likely to have had criminal justice involvement, more likely to have had criminal justice involvement for violence, more likely to have owned illicit firearms. So I think it points to there being some relationship there between individuals that are engaged in buying and trading in 3D printed firearms and other aspects which would point to making them at higher risk.
So, Dr. Brown, you think that this legislation is going to assist with dealing with those individuals who would normally have access and trade in illegal firearms by addressing digital and printed firearms, do you?
So my understanding is that the aspects of the legislation will clarify and deal with some issues to do with owning digital firearm plans and sharing those plans through a carriage service. So I think aspects that deal with perhaps dealing with some of the loopholes that may have existed previously is probably a useful aspect to potentially preventing the spread of those products which could end up in the wrong hands.
Were you asked to provide input and recommendations with regard to this legislation?
Our process tends to be more from kind of longer-term research aspect, and certainly the piece that we published today was available to Department of Home Affairs prior to the drafting of the legislation.
I appreciate. Was it available? Were you asked to speak to it, to draw out some of the detail?
Not directly, Senator, no.
Okay. Do you think that this
That was LNP Senator Susan McDonald questioning Dr Rick Brown there, the Deputy Director of Australian Institute of Criminology, at this parliamentary committee hearing, which is looking at, of course, that bill to be debated in Parliament next week, both in terms of hate speech and firearm reforms. And we heard a big focus in that questioning there about 3D printed weapons.